The following is a special presentation of iRacing on LSRTV, your home for sim racing.
And just because of speed. I mean,
Sim racing fans, and welcome back to coverage on LSRTV, the Championship Esports Association for Chiswell RV Park Weekly Dirt Series presented by LSRTV. I'm Brandon Cruz. Joining me tonight in the booth is Gary Weaver, and also up in the production shower here tonight is Cisco Scaramuza, and well, action-packed racing here tonight, ready to get set. We got a full program for you guys. On track right now are the Super Streets, and Gary, expecting a good show here tonight from the Linear Raceplex.
Yeah, these dirt street stocks are going to be absolutely amazing, or super streets as they put it, but this track is going to be very, very exciting, and it's going to be producing a lot of action here tonight.
Absolutely it will, and well, just a few moments time, these guys will get ready to go racing here for the first feature on the night. On the program tonight, we have first up the Super Streets, then the Legends, the Limited Late Models, 360s, and Pro Late Models, rounding out the program here tonight. Looks like these guys will be ready to go racing, bring you the starting lineup here on LSR TV. Starting into that first position, going to be the number 33, CJ Mason. Starting in second, going to be TJ McGuire. Starting third, going to be Robbie Bundon in that one machine. Starting in fourth is going to be Scott Mueller, the number 6 machine. Starting in fifth is going to be Brian Simpson. Sixth is Christian Murphy. Starting seventh is going to be Ricky Barbie. And rounding out the field in eighth is going to be Jeremy Watkins. These guys rolling, stacked up, doubled up, ready to go green flag, racing the first feature of the night here on the program, the CEA for Chiswell RV Park Weekly Dirt Series, presented by LSR TV. These guys gonna pace around here just a couple of laps before they hit the loud pedal. One more time around, should be taking the one to green at this time by. Pace car should be making its way down into pit lane. CJ Mason ready to get these guys underway. Pace car's off, green flag in the air. We're underway from Lanier. Heading down into turn number 1 now, 33 machine. Mason down on the low side, almost a little bit of contact between him and the 83. Now heading down into turn number 3, 83 up on the high side, ready to get that shot of momentum down the back straightaway. Well, the front straightaway rather now. Battle for the lead is on. Heading down out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway, heading down into turn number 3. A couple of guys going to be side by side back there further in the pack. Our focus right now on the lead. It looks like the lead settled down now. Lead's going to go to that 83 machine, to TJ McGuire out front of the lead of the field.
Side by side now for a fourth place battle between Scott Mueller and Robbie Bundon. Bundon on the high side, drifting back quite literally in this case, almost making contact. It's going to be Christian Murphy as that number 6 of Mueller makes his way around, and unfortunately for that number 1, he's going to be falling back just a little bit throughout this entire race. 20 laps on the board, 4 laps in, coming now to 5, and a brewing battle for what looks to be third place. That Scott Mueller now sets his sights on that number 54 of Ricky Barbary.
Yeah, Ricky Barbary in that 54 machine trying to defend that third position. Now heading down into turn number 3. He's got company from behind the number 6 machine. Scott Mueller right on his back bumper right now. heading down the front straightaway past the starter stand down into turn number 1 now. Going to be that 6 machine up there trying to fight for position. Something that we may see, especially later on tonight, Gary, is as the track wears out, these guys going to be fighting for position. Maybe not so much here into the Super Street Series, a little bit lower powered race cars, but you know, maybe some slide jobs going on. That's a big thing on the dirt racing here. But you know, a lot of side-by-side action going on in these cars right now as we have another battle. The 54, Ricky Barbary trying to fight underneath that 33 machine, CJ Mason. Mason goes up on the high side, now heading down the back straightaway. Looks like that 54 machine going to be able to take that position. Now 33 drifts up high again. He's got company from behind.
And to the inside now is going to be that number 8 of Christian Murphy as Mueller makes his way by. I saw the 33 have a couple of high exits now during the past 2 laps to the inside. Now Mason falls back to what is now 5th place. As of right now, looks like TJ McGuire's gap is about 2.4 seconds on the field, so he is already checked out of the lead. But side by side for 5th place again inside, Robbie Bunden in that number 1, trying to get to the inside and around CJ Mason on that high side, and he makes his way by into turn number 3.
CJ Mason dropping like a rock to the field right now. Looks like struggling with a little bit of understeer there, but Robbie Bunden is going to take that position away. That's going to be for the 5th position up there. Looks like battle have kind of settled out throughout the racetrack, but just past the halfway mark here, TJ McGuire far out in front of the field right now. He's kind of checked out. He's in a real estate of his own right now. With Ricky Barbary in a second right now into that 54 position. Scott Mueller looking like he's going to be set for the 3rd position, but he may have company from behind. That 8 machine looks like he's got a head of steam coming his way.
Yeah, Murphy is going to be charging hard here on these final 6 laps now once they start closing down. And something I noticed about that line that Scott Mueller is running is that it's a really low line. He's not really taking as much of a high exit as everybody else is, but right now still taking that low exit. It looks like Christian Murphy was just a little bit higher on that exit coming out of turn number 4 this time around, and that battle for 5th place has kind of sorted itself out. CJ Mason up in 5th, Bunden in 6th right now, but still brewing for 3rd between Murphy and Mueller.
Yeah, absolutely. The bottom line seems to be the place to be right now. These crate engines, hard to power them off up the high side, hard to keep that momentum up there. These guys going to want to use everything they can down on the low side. It looks like these guys really taking advantage. 6 machine drifts up the racetrack just a little bit. Got to keep out of that slick stuff. Don't want to be able to kick the back end around. Looks like this guy's going around a lap vehicle now. Nice and clean and green here as these guys head around almost to the end of this race.
And that lap car is a 74, Brian Simpson, running into a little bit of trouble. Looks like he's going to pull off and retire the car as quick as possible. Decided to try it again the next time he gets the chance. And of course, this battle now, where what would be about 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th are all spread out essentially in equal distance in terms of car length. But this was 2 separate battles right now, but looks like it's going to be a 3-car battle brewing, at least for position number 3. That is, if CJ Mason can catch up. But 2 laps to go once we get to the line for TJ McGuire. I don't think that's going to be the case.
Yeah, just 2 laps to go for that 83 machine. TJ McGuire long out front of this thing right now, and boy, oh boy, he's in a land of his own right now. That 83 machine looking to take the win here tonight, and what an amazing performance here. He's running a different line than everyone else, kind of going high-low here on the racetrack, taking the white flag this time by here in the Super Street class. Looking to be a good win for him tonight. Now heading down the back straightaway, heading down into turn number 3 for the final time.
And a correction,
Getting
actually.
word, 5 more laps here. Our apologies for that one, folks, but still a good lead here out front for that 83 machine, TJ McGuire. Looks like the field pretty much spread out for the most part here, Gary. Maybe a little bit of a battle going on up here between the number 6, Scott Mueller, and Christian Murphy up there battling for the 3rd position. That 8 machine did end up catching that 6 car and trying to take the position away here into the actual closing laps of this race. And the 6 goes around, hard contact with the pit road wall. Caution flag is on the speedway. Looks like he'll be able to drive away, but going back, let's take a look and see what happened there. It looks like heading down into turn number 3 and down out of turn number 4, or he got it up into the slick stuff there, and a little bit of contact with the 8 machine. Both vehicles look like they'll be all right, but hard contact into that pit road entrance.
Looks like race control has decided that we will be taking a green-white checker, so this essentially will not yet be the finish. So once the pace car pulls off, or pace truck rather, once that pulls off, we'll be doing a green-white checkered finish. So this is going to be quite interesting, but for Scott Mueller, that was devastating. He just got a little bit too sideways, and well, unfortunately Murphy was there, tried to get around him, but couldn't really get around him, and instead got into him and forced Mueller right into the pit entry wall over there. So Mueller's going to get the wave around this time by, and he'll be back on the lead lap.
These guys preparing for a green-white checker. When the pace car pulls off, these guys will fire. These guys stacked up, doubled up, ready to go back. Green flag racing now. Got to go in the restart zone here between the two cones. He's on the throttle now. We're green flag racing once again. Battle for the lead down there now. 54 throws it in, going down below the 83 machine. Now 83 able to hold on up on the high side. Gotta hold there into the moisture. Trying to hold there up onto the higher groove. He's going to get it done. 1 lap to go. The 83 machine able to hold the lead now, heading down into turn number 3. Nobody going to be able to catch him now. 54 machine too far back out of turn number 4 for the final time. The 83, TJ McGuire gets the win. TJ McGuire gets the win here in the Super Treats 25-lap feature for the Championship Esports Association, the Fort Chiswell RV Park Weekly Dirt Series, presented by LSRTV. Gonna run through the race results with you real quick here, folks. Your winner coming home tonight will be TJ McGuire. Ricky Barbary coming home in second. Third is going to be Christian Murphy. Fourth, CJ Mason. Fifth is going to be Robbie Bunden. Jeremy Watkins coming home sixth. Seventh is Scott Mueller. And rounding out the field at eighth is Brian Simpson. So, we have the winner now. He's out of the race car, TJ McGuire. TJ, how you feeling after that race?
Oh, pretty good, guys. How you doing?
Pretty good, man. Tell us a little bit about your race out front there. I mean, you were in a real estate of your own.
Yeah, me and a couple of guys at BBQ Motorsports got this car set up pretty good, and so it hooks up really good even when it starts getting slicker, and I had that big lead. I didn't know if I was going to lose it on that last restart. I was a little antsy. I was telling my wife, I was like, oh man, this is not what you want whenever you have a 3.5 second lead.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, late caution there. A couple of guys tried to take a stab at you. Tell us what it was like there on that green-white checkered finish.
Oh, I was definitely watching my mirror more than I was watching out the front. I think it was a 34 car. I thought he might get me there on the inside, but luckily I was able to hook up there on the top and drive around the outside and keep it going there. So, like I said, I got to thank everybody that supports me doing this, my team guys at BBQ Motorsports, and everybody that helps me get this car to hook up the way it does.
Well, awesome job. Is there anyone else that you'd like to thank and shout out to before we let you go here?
I think that's about it, guys. I give a shout out to you guys. You guys do an awesome job every week.
Awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner here in the Super Streets, TJ McGuire.
So next up here is going to be the Peterson Irrigation Legends for this time 20 laps, and the only 20 lapper of this evening that we have set up here. It's going to be quite interesting, and I love these Legends cars. They're so much fun to drive.
Yeah, absolutely. The Legends cars should be a good show. When you don't quite the fitting track for these guys here tonight at the Lanier Raceplex. Fairly short track here, and really, these cars are built for tracks like this, and Legends on Dirt put on a really, really good show, Gary.
Yeah, these are really entertaining, and of course, once we see the Pro Late models at the end of the night, you'll be surprised at the size difference, although it's pretty obvious that these cars are a completely different size. These things are small, but really fun to drive, and it's really entertaining to watch as well. So, at the moment, it looks like we have a stat card of 10, nope, make that 11 drivers here for tonight's Legends race.
Yeah, and of course, this Legends series is presented by Peterson Irrigation, and Peterson Irrigation Legend Series here with the Championship Esports Association. So should be a good show here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back with you. We're going to step away for a quick commercial break. Stay tuned for the Legends.
Team racing allows multiple iRacing members to team up and race together, just like in real-world endurance series. Teammates can share driving duties, spot for one another, or be a crew chief. Team racing is free, both to join a team and to create one. Each teammate races on his or her own computer from wherever they want to. Your teammates can be anywhere in the world, and changing drivers mid-race is as easy as a click of a button. iRacing features team endurance events ranging from just a couple of hours to 24 hours in length. So, if you fancy taking part in an iRacing endurance race in the future, you can learn more about team racing on the teams page on the member website.
Welcome back on LSRTV to the CEA Fortress RV Park Weekly Dirt Series here. Up next on tap, we have for 20 laps the Peterson Irrigation Legend Series for, once again, 20 laps. This time we are under the lights, and officially we have 11 drivers here that are just now starting to grid in just a few moments. It's going to be quite interesting here, so we're going to wait until they get to the grid. So in just a few months, we will be running down your starting order for this race. On the grid now, we have starting on the front row, the number 74 of Brian Simpson starting in the first place position on the inside. To his outside, starting in second will be Ricky Barbary. Third place right behind him in the number 33 is going to be Bruno Latour. To his outside, starting in fourth place, Jeremy Watkins in the number 90. A well-known name here on the fifth place position, the number 72 of Rory Blum. And then Jeremy Adams starting in sixth place to his outside. Just right behind them is going to be starting in 7th, Dalton Martin in the number 10, and Christian Peterson to his outside, another really well-known name in the number 23. TJ McGuire, your previous race winner of the Super Street Series, starting in 9th place. Starting P10, Christian Murphy, and then Wilkinson starting in position number 11. Pace truck now starting to roll off here, and be a very exciting race here on tap for you guys tonight. So we thank you on YouTube, Facebook, and iRacing Live for watching this race here tonight. And one lap to green. Brandon, do you have any predictions on who's going to be winning this race tonight? Oh, sorry, never mind. Scratch that. Looks like Brendan is unavailable, although he will be calling the next race for the Austin Designs Limited Late Models for 25 laps. So, pace truck getting ready to pull off this time around. The anticipation and the adrenaline are high. Pace truck off the track, and the green flag is out. Underway. A little bit farther ahead was the 54 Barbary on the start. May or may not be a black flag. 3 wide. Everybody spread out as we enter the corner, and Brian Simpson falling back massively. Roy Blum in the 72 gets caught up 4 wide in the very back half turn number 2, and everyone somehow still makes it through. Ricky Barbary in first. He does. Oh, he hits the inside wall. Coming into pit road service, black flag. 3 wide for the lead. No caution as of yet. Running into huge problems as Ricky Barbary is now in the lead. Jeremy Adams side-by-side battle for 3rd and 4th, respectively. In the back, a little bit of a straggle of cars. Rory Blum spins out to the entry of pit road. He'll have to pull it either into pit road or see if he can back it up. He's going to pull it in pit road and just go through. A lot of action here already on this night tonight. So already up to 2nd place is Christian Pearson in that number 23. The number 10 of Dalton Martin finds his way up into 3rd place position as of right now. Just behind them in the 33 is going to be Bruno Latour. Christian Murphy looking to his inside for 4th place position, but just ahead of them for 2nd place is a brewing battle. I saw Dalton Martin look to the inside of Christian Pearson coming out of turn number 4, so we're going to be seeing this a lot. A lot of drivers looking to the inside, side by side for 2nd place. Now to the inside goes Dalton Martin in that number 10. He's going to slap in front of Pearson, or he's going to take the low line. He'll take the low line, still side by side. At the line, it was Dalton Martin with 2nd place. 15 laps to go this time around. Jeremy Adams most likely definitely enjoying this happening in his mirror right now as Dalton Martin makes his way to 2nd place. Battle now for 7th place. Brendan Wilkinson and TJ McGuire to the outside. Makes his way by. Battle for 6th place, rather. And again for 2nd place in the battle for 4th, just behind them. Pearson looks to the inside of Dalton Martin. It's right behind them in turn 2. I saw Christian Murphy look to the inside of Bruno Latour. Inside, side by side, Christian Peterson all over the inside line, trying to get to whatever place that he can. Trying to find the correct line for his legend car to get around that number 10 of Dalton Martin. Nothing really done yet. Just right behind them, Bruno Latour trying to hold off the number 8 of Christian Murphy right now to the inside. They both take the same line going in. Murphy takes the lower line to the high side. Goes to the 33 of Latour. Inside Murphy for 4th place position as of right now. And 33 Latour very sideways, keeps it off the outside wall. Amazing job by saving that Legends car. Coming out of turn number 4. This time by 10 laps will be complete. 10 laps left in this race. Battle for 4th still ongoing as Latour is sliding down to the inside. Still trying to get by and at least to the inside of Christian Murphy. He almost gets into the back bumper of Murphy there coming through turn number 2. Jeremy Adams somehow has snuck away with this lead after starting in 6th place after all the commotion that we had and the strangle of cars that we had all over the place on the first lap in the first corner. Lap car 74 gets in front of Christian Peterson. That's Brian Simpson. Caution is out. Christian Peterson, that's just ran into no more bad luck than he can handle. As far as I know, he is still being scored in 3rd at the moment. Any corrections will be coming out if possible, but right now caution is on the racetrack. Lap 14. Once we cross the start-finish line, Christian Peterson has apparently fallen back all the way to position at number 5. So he's only lost 2 positions. I believe there will be a single file restart here, so anticipation is going to be even larger than it was at the start of this race. Right now, all Jeremy Adams has to do for this restart is just go forward and don't look back. Stay on the loud pedal if you can. Race truck coming across the line this time around. Lights are out. 5-lap shootout once we hit the green this time around, and it looks like we'll be doing a double file restart. This makes the restart even more interesting. The anticipation is going to be rampant here. Dalton Martin starting to the outside of Jeremy Adams in 2nd. 88-33 side by side right behind him. Pearson falling back to 3rd after this. Pace truck is off. 5 laps to go. 89 is on the loud pedal and side by side right behind them. Peterson to the inside of the number 33, and look at Dalton Martin on the back bumper practically of Jeremy Adams. Pearson up to 4th right now, made his way around Bruno Latour on the restart. 4 laps this time around. Martin looking to the inside for the lead, can't get it done yet. Pearson up to 4th. 3rd place, Christian Murphy. Now all spread out between your top 5. 3 laps remaining now. Dalton Martin wondering if he can do anything. You'll have to find the right line and do it quickly in these final 3 laps here. As Christian Pearson now looks to the back bumper of that number 8 of Christian Murphy. The high side goes Peterson, taking the same line, looking to the inside, coming out of turn number 4. He's got the momentum to the inside, comes Peterson for position number 3. And into the inside wall goes Peterson. Latour goes around on the outside, no caution, it was such a quick spin. Peterson falls back to what is now 6th place, but for Jeremy Adams in the number 89, the white flag is out this time by bad luck to worse luck for Christian Pearson in the number 23 through turns 3 and 4. Jeremy Adams in the number 89 comes off turn number 4 and wins the Legends division here. The Christian Peterson, the Peterson Irrigation Legends here, the 20-lapper event here tonight. Congratulations to Jeremy Adams. We'll get an interview with him very shortly, and we're going to head over your finishing results as of right now. Your 11 drivers. Jeremy Adams comes home away with the win. We'll be interviewing him shortly. Dalton Martin finishes 2nd. Christian Murphy 3rd. 4th, Bruno Latour. And rounding out your top 5 is TJ McGuire. Christian Pearson starts 6th. Jeremy Watkins 7th. 8th, Rory Blum. 9th, Brendan Wilkinson. And running out the top 10 is Brian Simpson. Ricky Barbary, after running into bad luck early on, finishes in 11th position. So very shortly we should be getting an interview with Jeremy Adams here. And Jeremy Adams, winner of the Peterson Irrigation Legends 20-lapper event. That was absolutely amazing job. How are you feeling, Jeremy?
I feel pretty good. Just feel lucky to be able to get out front quick and lead all the laps that I did. I just think getting out front as quick as I did is what won me the race.
Yeah, you went from sixth to first in essentially what was about a lap or two throughout the entire, if you will, not really a melee, but more of a stretch, a spread of cars throughout that first lap. So how did you make your way through that? Because that was very entertaining to watch.
Honestly, I don't really know. I know Watkins went high in the first corner, and uh, I don't know what the front two did, but I just kind of went through the center and tried not to hit nobody, and everybody was I think they were using too much throttle or something. I don't really know, but luckily I got up through there. I really don't know how I did it, so it was just kind of one of those things. I got lucky, I think.
Well, you definitely did get lucky throughout that closing at caution, that one only caution that we had as well, or yeah, that one caution that we had. Any thoughts that went through your mind as that caution came out?
I really didn't want to see the caution, to be honest, but it was just getting a good restart because I know I had Dalton behind me, and I think he would have been right there, but him and CP had been racing him and Christian had been racing the whole race, so that's one thing that helped me, those two racing, and then luckily I just got away just a little bit and was able to stay in front of him. I think he was just trying to move lines and trying to find something different than what I was doing because that's what he would have done to pass me, but yeah, it was close.
Well, you definitely did an amazing job. Very down with the performance. Before I let you go, anyone that you'd like to thank for finishing at first place tonight, sponsors or shout-outs?
I'd like to thank Peterson Irrigation for sponsoring the series and for one of my sponsors, Globalcom, God Austin Designs, you guys for broadcasting, Barnes for putting on a good show. Appreciate everybody.
All right. Well, congratulations once again to Jeremy Adams, winner of the Peterson Irrigation Legends race here tonight. We are going to send it over to Brandon Cruz, who is going to be calling the limited late models race, 25 lapper here. Brendan, have fun with this.
Yeah, 25 laps here with the limited late models. Thank you, Gary. And should be a good show here tonight. The limited late models, a little bit lower powered race cars, the late models here, but put on a really, really good show here. And boy, oh boy, will it be good. These guys about ready to get going here, and well, should be a good show. This is the Austin Designs Limited Late Model Series 25 lap feature here tonight. So, a couple of guys getting ready to get racing here now. Pretty good field here for these guys, and these guys going to be ready to give you the starting lineup here in just a moment. Here we are, ready to get going here. Your starting lineup here on LSRTV. Starting in first is going to be CJ Mason. Starting second, Jeremy Watkins. Third is going to be Sean Cross. Starting fourth is going to be Reed Rundle. Starting in the fifth position is going to be Rory Blum. Sixth is going to be Scott Austin. Seventh is Jeremy Adams. Starting in the eighth position is going to be Matt Hamill. Starting ninth will be DJ McGuire. Starting 10th is John Linday. And rounding out the field in 11th is going to be Robbie Bunden. Ladies and gentlemen, that is your starting lineup here. The Austin Designs Limited Late Model Series here from the Linear Raceplex. The Championship Esports Association for Chiswell RV Park Weekly Dirt Series presented by LSRTV. Pace car rolling out. These guys stacked up, doubled up, ready to go. Green flag racing once again. First time of the night that these guys hit the track here. Their feature events here for tonight. 25 laps around this place. This will be the third feature of the night here for you guys. Two features after this. These guys taking the one to green this time by at the starter stand. The 33 machine, CJ Mason, going to lead the field to the green flag. The 90 starting in second makes up the front row. These guys got to get ready to go. Remember, got to start within that restart zone in between the cones. Ladies and gentlemen, pace car is off. 33 machine going to be on the throttle. Green flag is back in the air. We're underway. Heading down into turn number 1 now. Going to be 3 wide back there, further back in the back. That's going to be for the second position. Those guys cleared out 3 wide, bumping and banging down here into turn number 3. 43 on the high side, 41 down low. Here comes the 72 machine up for the position here. They're going to be side by side behind them as well. A bunch of cars under a blanket. The 41, Sean Cross, trying to defend that position. 72, Rory Bloom, trying to make way on the outside. The 43 machine trying to come back down low. Reed Rundle trying to gain that position. The battle for second is on, but the battle for first, well, there is no battle for first. He's out in a land of his own. Out in front, a lot of guys, a little bit of contact back there. They managed to keep it going. A lot of cars bunched up. The 83 machine almost went around back there as well. Oh boy, ladies and gentlemen, the battle's on. The 89 machine back there as well. The 5 machine trying to fight for position. Those guys settle out for the most part. Caution flag is on the speedway. Looks like to be the 1 machine. Robbie Bundin up and over. Down there, looks like a pretty hefty contact into the catch fence down into turn number 3. Looked like came into the corner, scraped the wall, and hard contact into that pit opening there. It is the pit entrance for the outside pit area that we do not use here on the iRacing service. But up and over, up into the catch fence was that 1 machine, and puts us under the yellow flag here for the first time tonight. Right now, it is still the 33 machine, CJ Mason, up front of the field. Behind him, the 43 of Reed Rundle. Third right now, Sean Cross. 4th, TJ McGuire. 5th, Jeremy Adams. 6th is Scott Austin. 7th is Rory Blum. 8th, Matt Hummel. John Leday in the 22 machine is 10th. Jeremy Watkins is in that 9th position. Actually, vice versa. Those last couple. Sorry about that, folks. But these guys looking like they're going to be going green flag this time by 33 machine, ready to get the field back under the green flag racing once again. Remember, in between the cones. Green flag back in the air. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back underway. Battle for the lead. 43 machine threw it down into turn number 1. Contact. They're wrecking back there. Oh boy, 43 is around. No caution yet. Caution flag now on the speedway. Oh boy. That was a messy one there, folks. Let's go back on replay, see if we can take a look at that. They were 3-4 wide back there. Off the restars. Going down into 1, 43 machine. Rundle threw it down into 1. That wasn't really where the issue started. It was contact between the 41 to the 83. Sent the, that set a chain reaction. A mess of cars back there going around. The 5, the 43, the 90 involved. So, brings us back under the yellow flag once again. 10 laps in to this 25-lap feature. The Austin Designs Limited Late Model Series here from the Linear Raceway, or the Linear Raceplex. 33 machine still out front. These guys will stack up behind the iRacing official pace truck once again. Lights are now out on top of that iRacing official pace truck. These guys stacked up, doubled up, ready to go green flag racing once again. At 33 the machine. Dominating performance so far here in this class. The limited lates here. Pace car is in. Green flag back in the air. We're racing once again. A little bit of damage to that 89 machine. Almost a little bit of contact heading down into 1. They're going to be 3 wide for the lead for a brief moment. That battle settles out now. It's on for second place. Actually, it looks like 3, 4, 5 cars under a blanket here. The 93 machine looking for that first position. He's all the way to the inside. A little bit of contact with that inside wall. Here comes the 89. Caution on the speedway once again. Oh oh boy. See if we can find out where that one was. Looks to be between the 22 and the 5. 43 may have been collected to that one once again as well. Looks like we're back on replay. Gonna look at it. Looks like contact between the 22 and the 72 sent the 22 right in front of the 5 machine, and around went that 22, thus bringing out yet another caution flag here of the night. So back under pace speed. Luckily for dirt racing here on the iRacing service, pretty quick yellows here. So these guys will be back racing once again here very shortly. Just a quick little spin here to bring out the caution. Nothing too major going on back there. Looks like everybody going to be able to continue. Sean Cross is done for the night. He took it back to his trailer. These guys stacked up, doubled up, ready to go back. Green flag racing. This time it's the 93 restarting on the outside of the 33. The 89 behind, or inside second row. Second row outside is the 83. Green flag back in the air. We're racing once again. The 93 on the outside now heading down into turn number 1. Almost a little bit of contact between the 89 and 33. 33 manages to sail away. That's CJ Mason sailing it down into turn number 3 now. Down out of 4. The 89 machine taking a stab at second place there on the low side. Now maybe going to look for the lead. Not quite going to work that side by. The momentum up on the high side. Caution flag once again on the speedway. The 22 and the 72 once again. 22 up on top of the nose of the 72. Back on replay. It looks like 22 heading down into 1. 72 just a lot of momentum carried down into the corner, and I think more than he had anticipated. Got into the back of the 22 machine, and kind of lucky that the 22 machine didn't go up and over there, and both cars able to drive away from that one. So back under the yellow flag once again. 20 laps down, 5 more to go here this time around. Lights should be out, I think, this time around on the iRacing official base truck. So these guys once again will stack up and get ready to go. Green flag racing this time. 33 still on pole. The 89 machine going to be out beside him. The 89, that's Jeremy Adams on the outside pole here for the restart. 5 laps to go. Going to be 4 to go this time by. Pace car is in. Green flag is in the air. We're racing once again. Heading down into turn number 1. Contact! Around goes the 33. Big time save. They're wrecking behind him. The 93 is involved. Somehow we stay green flag racing. Everybody managed to get straight back up. The 89 still looking to maybe go for the lead. Gonna be side by side back there for the second position. Heading down out of turn number 2, down into turn number 3 now. 33 gets squirrely. That gives the lead away to the 89 machine. Jeremy Adams is your new leader. 2 laps to go here in the feature event for the limited late models. Jeremy Adams takes it away. A mistake by the 33 machine. Heading down out of turn number 4 this time by. White flag is in the air. Just a handful of quarters left. Here comes the 83 machine. Maybe gonna try to pull a move. He has one more opportunity. Heading down into turn number 3 now. Not gonna work. Jeremy Adams gonna win it for the limited late models presented by Austin Designs. What a show here, folks, in the limited late model series, coming down to the very end. Jeremy Adams gonna win it. Boy, oh boy. You see the right side of that race car all dented up. Not gonna stop him tonight from getting the win. CJ Mason lost the lead there late in the race. Managed to hand it over to the 89 machine. Jeremy Adams is your winner. Boy, oh boy. What a show here, ladies and gentlemen. The Austin Designs Limited Late Models. Here, the Linear Raceway, the Linear Raceplex, if I can get that name right eventually. run through your results real quick. Finishing in the first position, Jeremy Adams of the 89 machine getting the win. Second is TJ McGuire. Third, John Leday finishing fourth. CJ Mason in fifth. Sixth is Scott Austin. Seventh, Rory Blum. Eighth is Matt Hubbard. Jim Watkins. 9th, 10th, Sean Cross. And rounding out the field in 11th is Robbie Bundle. That is your results here for the limited late models. And now, ladies and gentlemen, your winner, he's out of the race car, Jeremy Adams. Man, how you feeling?
I feel pretty good. That was a, I don't know, that was a, I don't know what to say about that race. There's a lot of cautions.
Yeah, a lot of cautions, but man, you know, really good race there coming to the end of this thing. Tell us a little bit of how you acquired that lead.
Well, I thought I had it the caution before when I got to the inside of him, but we on the last restart we kind of got into one, and he kind of come up into the black slick like higher than I thought he was. I guess because I probably went on his outside where I didn't. He got a really good restart, and I got him jacked up sideways a little bit, which I didn't mean to, which he kept his spot. But then I just couple corners, I was entering really high and just trying to run straight off the back stretch and just get a really good run, and that's what I did. I think he got tight, and the car was really hard to drive.
Well, you know, a lot of 3 wide, 4 wide racing. Tell us a little bit, just briefly, how it's like to handle these cars in those situations.
It's a headache, that's for sure. It's nerve-wracking. This thing don't want to turn off the corner, so you got to keep playing with the throttle and hitting the brake to set the front end back down. So it's I don't know, with all the cars around and as big as these cars are and this track, it's a handful.
Well, man, you come home with a win tonight in a stylish fashion. Is there anyone that you'd like to thank and shout out to?
Just everybody at Vince Racing, Peterson Irrigation, Global Com, Scott Austin Designs, and everybody at LSRTV and CEA. Appreciate everybody.
Awesome job tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Your winner in the Austin Designs Limited Late Models, Jeremy Adams. So, ladies and gentlemen, that wraps it up for the limited late models. Now I'm going to hand it back to my partner, Gary Weaver. He's going to be bringing you the ProTech Custom Gear 360 Sprints.
Yeah, thanks, Brendan. It's going to be an absolutely exciting race here. 30 laps up on tap in the 360 Sprints, and while we wait, just a little bit of car information as compared to the last race that we had, limited late models. Amazing win by Jeremy Adams once again. Congratulations to him. Limited late models with 400 horsepower. Well, they might want to sit back as the 360 sprint cars here are set up with 720 horsepower, well overpowered. Well, not really overpowered, just more of a over horsepower than usual. Grid coming up in just a few moments. 1,500 pounds. Going to be absolutely an exciting race here tonight for these 360 sprint cars. Right now, 14 drivers look like to be on tap here, so we're going to head down the starting grid. John Hain and Sean Cross start first and second, 75-41 respectively. Row number 2 shows Scott Austin starting in position number 3. Scott Mueller is back. Starting in position number 4, Rory Blum once again had a little bit of some bad luck in the Irrigation Legends race, but hopefully he can find some better luck here today. Bruno Latour to his outside, starting in position number 6. Reed Rundell and Richard Reagan Jr., 7th and 8th. Christian Pearson also ran into some bad luck. He starts in 9th, and Brody Wilhelm starts in position number 10. Apologies, that's actually Wilhelm, not Wilhelm. Starting right behind them, Tom Moreno and John Olette, positions 11 and 12. And rounding out your field of 14 cars is Robbie Bunden and John Lyday. Race truck rolling off 1 and 2.5, or in this case 1.5 laps remain on the pacing portion of this race. Once again, adrenaline is high as usual. Everybody anticipating the drop of the green here in just a few moments. 1 lap time at 40 miles an hour. Through turns 1 and 2, the sprint cars go. Giving that pace truck a little bit of some distance than usual. Looks like John Hayne will be catching up just a little bit, trying to spread out the field a few seconds, heading into turn number 3. 30 laps on tap in just a few moments. Pace truck goes off. And we are green for the 360 sprints here for 30 laps at the Lanier Raceplex. And already side by side, huge scramble of cars. And already up to second is going to be Scott Austin. Huge scramble of cars in the back. Everyone's scrambling for whatever line that they can get. 3 wide, Rory Blum makes his way to the outside 4th place position just behind them. Reed Rundell makes his way up to 5th to the inside. Rory Blum. Blum makes contact. He's going to slide up into nearly the outside wall. He keeps it straight. And sneaking by on the inside is Pearson and that number 23 side by side with the 43 of Rundell. To the inside of Pearson was the 46 of Reagan Jr. He couldn't get to the inside, not allow space for them. And into the outside wall heavily, still keeps it going, was that 72 of Rory Blum. Peterson still looking to the inside of 4th place. Blum still handling the outside wall. Unfortunately, still running into some bad luck now. Peterson to the inside of that 41 of Sean Cross for 3rd place. Right behind them is going to be Reed Rundell. In that number 43, 46 of Richard Reagan Jr. is right behind them as well. 3rd place is Christian Peterson. Now that's about for 4th. Almost a little bit of contact between the 43 and the 41. We got 43, 41, 46 all near together. Rundell to the inside of Sean Cross coming out of turn number 2. To the inside is the 46 of Richard Reagan Jr. And sneaking into this is going to be Brody Wilhelm. Into this battle for position number 6. 2 separate battles for 2 separate positions going on right now. It sorts itself out. Looking to the inside, many battles going on all over the track. Throughout all this, John Hayne has separated himself a little bit. Scott Austin in 2nd right behind him. 21, 41 still side by side. Still a brewing battle, still battling for 6th place. Sean Cross outside on the 41. Brody Wilhelm into the inside. It looks like almost a little bit of contact was made from the 43 of Reed Rundell and Richard Reagan Jr. It's all just out of the corner of my eye. 41, 21 will not stop battling. Cross on the outside, inside Wilhelm. Glide job possible, crossover possible from the 41 of Sean Cross. Can't get it done. About for first is brewing. Caution is out on the raceway. And that is going to be the 41 of Sean Cross. Looks like he got just a little bit too sideways and got into the 33 of Bruno Latour. Spun himself around into the outside wall. Heavy contact and some bad luck for Sean Cross, who does manage to get it back going after some time. Under caution here for the first time tonight, the Lanier Raceplex. Everyone letting the safety truck go by. John Hayne still first, and in fact, a little bit of a fun fact here, John Hayne is the only driver that is still in his original position from the start of the race. Scott Austin 1 position up from where he started. Christian Peterson 6 positions up from where he started in 9th. So Hayne, Austin, Peterson, they will make up your top 3 on the restart. Reagan Jr. 4 positions up from where he started, 8th place. Restarts in 4th, 5th place is going to be Reed Rundell. This time around will be almost 15 for 15 in terms of laps as we restart with 16 laps to go this time by. Pace truck pulls off. John Hayne getting ready to go on the loud pedal. Everyone getting a little bit eager. John Hayne goes off and away side by side already. Almost 3 wide now for 2nd place, and through the middle goes the 46 of Reagan Jr. Peterson to the inside for 2nd. 3 wide for 3rd now. This one would be 3rd if these positions were actually still being battled for, at least in this case right now. Almost nearly making contact. Reagan Jr. looks to the inside of John Hayne now for 1st place. Inside goes Reagan Jr. Can't find that momentum on the inside lane as of yet. Side by side for fourth place, 4 wide, 3 wide for first place, now 2 wide, 43 and 5. That's Reed Rundell and Scott Austin. Rundell slides up just a little bit more than he needed to. That's going to send him back now at the moment down to what is at least 6th position. Christian Peterson now looking to the inside for second place. Can't get anything done as of yet. Side by side for fourth place, 21 versus 5. Caution out in the raceway once again. And it looks like a heavy, massive flip by the number 6 of Scott Mueller. My goodness, Scott Mueller took a tumble now down into the, at least what would be where the safety crews enter and at the actual track. But my goodness, Scott Mueller took a wild ride in turns 3 and 4. Somehow he still manages to get back going. Props to Scott Mueller for managing to get that going. So my goodness, that was a very, very wild ride that the number 6 has taken. He's actually a bit of a correction. He's actually gotten that car back in pit road. It looks like Rory Blum, Scott Mueller, and Robbie Bunden have all unfortunately not made it to the end of this race as of right now. So pace truck lights anticipating to go off, and they do. This time around, an 8-lap shootout for the win. John Haynes starts first, second. Richard Reagan Jr. third. Peterson fourth. Scott Austin. Wilhelm in fifth, and Rundell to his outside. Everyone in the top 6 is already up against each other. Pace truck goes off. John Haynes stalls just a little bit. They're down in the way. And all right to the inside was Christian Peterson, almost making contact with the 46 of Reagan Jr. Reagan, he tries to get to the inside. He can't make it to the inside, though. He can't make it around John Haynes. He makes it to the inside, though, through turns 3 and 4. Can't find the momentum as of yet. He's still trying as hard as he can as John Haynes runs the high side. Now down the back straightaway, Richard Reagan Jr. finally makes his way just by John Haynes. Slide job on Haynes. Haynes makes his way by on the outside, almost making contact out of turn number 4. Christian Peterson is right behind that number 75. This time around, 5 laps to go, as looks like Peterson has gotten a little bit slowed up by Reagan Jr. through that entry in turn number 3. To the inside looking was the number 21 of Wilhelm for third place. Couldn't find anything yet. He makes his way back up, though, but now heavy, terrible exit by Richard Reagan Jr., the number 46. That's going to give the second place to Christian Peterson. Battle for third now as a 21-46 are side by side. Wilhelm makes his way up to third as Reagan Jr. falls back into fourth place position. Throughout all of this, John Haynes has been sitting in first place, loving all of that clean air that he's getting, and still about for second place. Looking on the outside, Brody Wilhelm makes his way up to second place with 2 laps to go. At least for the moment, across the start-finish line, he makes his way around on the outside. This time around, white flag for the number 75 of John Haynes will be out. John Haynes needs to make at least 2 more clean corners, but can Brody Wilhelm completely destroy that? He's into the outside wall in the back. That gives the win to John Haynes. Oh, I think my voice is starting to go there, but that was absolutely amazing performance. I did not expect Wilhelm to actually pass up Christian Peterson on the outside, but throughout all of this, though, the number 75 of John Haynes is your 360 sprint winner here tonight. So a quick rundown of your results here before we interview John Haynes and pass it to Brendan for the final race. First place is going to be John Haynes. Brody Wilhelm with a fantastic pass, 10th to 2nd throughout this entire race. Christian Peterson finishes in third place. Fourth, Richard Reagan Jr. And rounding out your top 5 in the car number 5 is Scott Austin. Reed Rundell finishes in 6th. John Ouellette 7th. 8th, Tom Moreno. 9th, John Lyday. And 10th, Bruno Latour. Rounding out the rest of your 14-car field is Sean Cross, Robbie Bunden, Scott Mueller, and Rory Blum. We're going to bring in John Haynes, the winner of the Pro Tech Custom Gear 360 Sprints Division 30-lapper event. John, that was an amazing performance here by you tonight.
Thank you very much.
Throughout all this, you somehow managed to keep your momentum, even when Brody was slowly starting to catch up to you. You managed to stay ahead of Christian Peterson as well in the process. What did you find in that sprint car that kept you out front?
I just stayed up on the top of it. Anytime I can outrun a guy like Christian, that's an amazing feat to do.
Yeah, that was absolutely amazing. Any worries, though, on the restarts when after the cautions came out? Did you have any worries or concerns that you would be messing up or somebody would have anticipated your start?
No, when I got up front and once I got the lead and on those restarts, I just kind of focused outside my front windshield there, and I can only control what I can control. I just hammered down and hope for the best.
Well, you hope for the best, and you definitely got the best, so congratulations once again. So any shout-outs or sponsors that you'd like to give here for your win tonight?
Yeah, I'd just like to thank the guys over at the Stars on Dirt series that have given me a little extra seat time this week and helped me kind of get ready for this night. So thanks, guys, and I thank you guys also for the great coverage you guys give us, too.
Well, it's absolutely amazing to watch here tonight. So congratulations once again. The 75 of John Haynes started first and finished first here tonight. So for the final race of the night, the Blue Shine Marine Pro Late Models for 50 laps. Brendan gets a crack at the Pro Late Models now. So have fun with that, Brendan. And this is definitely going to be an interesting 50-lap event coming up next.
Absolutely. Thank you, Gary. It'll be an awesome event here. 50 laps for the Blue Shine Marine Pro Late Models. But you know what? We first got to bring a shout out to some of our sponsors, starting out with Joel Real Timing. Coverage of the weekly Dirt Series is brought to you by Joel Real Timing, the official timing software of LSRTV. Whether you spend your time on the sim behind the wheel or on the pit box at the spotter stand, the JRT is the go-to software for iRacing's timing and scoring analytics. Get yourself a basic download or go the pro version today at Joel-Real-Timing or Joel-Real-Timing.com. Also, for Chiswell RV Park. For Chiswell RV Park, another good sponsor of the weekly Dirt Series. The most complete RV park in Southwest Virginia. Waiting for a good show here tonight. 50 laps around the Linear Raceplex. The Pro Late Models ready to have their piece of the action here tonight. Their 50-lap feature. Just waiting for guys to load in here, and we'll get ready to get going here momentarily. Some of these guys looking pretty fast out here. From what we've seen so far tonight, Pro Late Models, a whole different beast. You guys saw the limited late models a little bit earlier in the program, just a couple races ago. The Pro Late Models, higher horsepower machines, higher torque, higher power. Should be a good show all around, but ladies and gentlemen, here is your starting lineup for tonight's feature, the Blue Shine Marine Pro Late Models. Starting in the first position, ladies and gentlemen, Scott Austin on the pole. Starting in second is going to be John Haynes. Starting third on the night is going to be Jonathan Smith. Fourth is going to be Kristen Peterson. Starting in fifth is going to be Richard Reagan Jr. Starting on the sixth position is going to be Jeremy Adams. Seventh will be Trevor D. Collins. Starting in the eighth position is going to be John Owlett. Starting ninth is going to be Dalton Martin, and rounding out the field in the 10th position is going to be John Leday. Ladies and gentlemen, that is your starting lineup here on LSRTV. The Blue Shine Marine Pro Late Models here for the Championship Esports Association. The final race of the evening, ladies and gentlemen, for the Championship Esports Association for Chiswell RV Park Weekly Dirt Series. Good program so far, waiting to kick off the finale for the night with 50 laps around Lanier. Boy, oh boy, should it be a good show. Scott Austin starting on pole. Should be a heck of a battle here. That 75 machine, John Hayden, starting to his outside. That makes up the front row. Should be going green this time by. These guys rolling down the back straightaway, stacked up, doubled up, ready to go green flag racing. Pace car is off, ladies and gentlemen, we're green. Heading down in at turn number 1, a good jump on to start by that 5 machine. Now heading down the back straightaway. Looks to be the 75 to the outside. John Hayden trying to get it done. 3 wide back there, further back in the back. Side by side for the lead now. 75 on the outside, trying to use that momentum. You can see just how slick that bottom blade is. The 5 gonna lose it. New leader, the 75. Now heading down the 5 machine, actually carrying the left front. Looks to be 3 wide once again. The 89 on the inside. The 5 machine right there in the middle. 71 up into the wall, just a little bit on the outside. These guys stacked up all in a bunch here. 42 machine trying to make his way to the inside. That's Trevor Collins looking to get into the position here as well. 71 looking to make that outside work. Almost 3 wide once again between those drivers. These guys trying to fight as hard as they can for position. 4 laps in the books now, ladies and gentlemen, on lap 5. Almost a little bit of contact between the 89 and the 42. 3 wide once again, almost 4 wide down the back straightaway. Heading down out of turn number 4 now. 75's lead closed in. Not much of a lead anymore. The 89 maybe gonna look for it. Can he get there this time? Gonna be side by side. The 89 making that low side work. 75 trying to make the momentum work on the high side. Close racing now. Oh boy. Heading down at the back straightaway down. The 89 machine looking to make that position work. He'll take the lead. Contact back there as well between a couple of cars. 42 managed to get straightened back out. Oh boy, ladies and gentlemen, this is shaping up to be a good show here. Already is a good show so far. 71 machine taking that 3rd position away from the 75 down. That just shows how quickly things can happen. 75 from the lead back there to the 4th position now. Now the 42 machine, contact for the lead. Trying to take that lead away was the 42. Nowhere to go, not that time by, but heading down on turn number 4, he's gonna try again. Heading down into turn number 1, a little bit of understeer there for the 42 machine. That allows the 71 machine to catch back up. Now 3 cars under a blanket for the lead. Trying to gain the lead, and now still the 42 machine. 71 trying to fight back underneath the 42. It just does not look like these guys will be able to pass much here on the low side. They're going to have to try to carry the momentum up high, and that's just what the 71 machine is going to try to do. Taking that upper groove, seeing if he can get the momentum off. Not going to work that time by either. These guys going to have to find the moisture, see where the most moisture is in that racetrack, see what they can do here on the dirt. Picking up Clay here, seeing what they can do for position. The 42 machine kind of losing track of the leader just slightly. That 89 machine starting to pull away. 71 machine still trying to gain that 2nd position. Everybody else spread out for the most part here. Maybe, just maybe, these guys going to be single file. Now 42 dives it down deep into turn number 1. That last side by heading into turn number 3. 89 went into the wall just a little bit down the back straightaway. Pulling the lead in just a little bit at a time. Here is the 42 machine. Trevor Collins trying to get it done. Right now, your leader is the 89 machine, Jeremy Adams. Trying to get it done once again. He won the limited late model race here just a couple races ago, doing double duty here tonight. Seeing if he can win in the pro late models as well. He holds the lead. Gonna be 16 laps in the book this time by as they cross the line, heading to lap 17. Remember, folks, 50 lap feature. These guys trying to hold their cars together as much as they possibly can, but they need to fight for position. Battle for 2nd now. Going to be side by side. 71 machine seeing what he can do. That's Christian Peterson on the low side. Trying to find the moisture, trying to grip that little lip there between what is the apron on the asphalt track here, and going up to the banking, seeming to work for him just a little bit, almost a little bit of contact now over the outside wall. Oh boy, ladies and gentlemen. Shaping up to be a good show already. 71 machine showing the speed down on the low side, side by side. Not going to work once again. Almost a little bit of contact between those two drivers the last time by. Now heading down, and that's turn number 3. Once again, the battles between these guys right here. Very, very close racing now. Heading down the front straightaway past the starter stand, down and that's turn number 1 now. 71 machine up at the high side. Peterson trying to fight that 42 machine for position. That's Collins out there in the second position right now. But man, oh man, these guys are battling. Looks like it's allowing Adams to walk away just a little bit more at a time. Right now, it's Adams with the lead. Collins back there in second. Third is Peterson. Hayne in fourth. Fifth, trying to catch up to Hayne is Reagan. Now over the outside wall a little bit, but going back to Scott Austin back there in 6th. 7th is Alette. Smith back there in 8th of the 20 machine. And 9th is Martin. These guys all trying to fight for position. Now battle for second place once again. 71, almost a little bit of contact with a 42 machine. Going at it, throwing it deep down into turn number 3 now. Going to be side by side. Heading down into turn number 1 now. Contact, a little bit of contact between those two drivers. Shoves the 42 up the racetrack. He's going to pull in front. A little bit of more contact between those two drivers now. Fighting hard for the second position. Oh boy, these guys going at it hard. 71 machine manages to get that position now. Gonna have, as I said, a leader 42 up on the outside wall. Just a little bit, no harm, no foul, no damage to the race car too much there. Gotta watch that suspension, make sure he doesn't damage any of those components, especially on the right side of that race car. So far, so good here. Clean and green right now, folks. Battle behind them, 75 and 46, trying to battle it out here. That's Hayne and Reagan. See if they can fight for this 4th position. 75 Hayne was your leader earlier in this race. Not quite anymore. He fell back all the way back to the 4th position after a little bit of a scramble earlier in this race. Looks like he's going to try to pull away with that 4th position, pulling away from the 46 machine now. These guys pretty much spread out here. 71 managed to take away that 2nd position. It looks like the 75 pulling away for the 4th position. The leader out front in the clear right now. That's the 89 machine, Jeremy Adams. As I said earlier, ladies and gentlemen, he won the limited late models earlier. The Austin Designs limited late models earlier. So trying to go double duty, getting 2 wins here tonight. That 89 machine. He's almost there. We're well past the halfway point of this point of the race. Try to do anything he can now, coming past a lapper. That's going to be the number 10 machine. The number 10 machine of Dalton Martin. Gets past him, no problem. Amazing to me, the line that he's running right there in the slick. The amount of throttle control you got to have to run that line. And a lot of guys starting to follow suit here. The amount of throttle control in these real late models that you have to have here to run that line right there in the slick. No moisture down there, really. But it is the fast line around here at the Linear Raceplex. The 89 machine out in front of this thing right now. 2nd, still Christian Peterson, that 71 machine. He's been fighting hard all night to get where he is. Fighting 3, 4 wide back there. Man, oh man, I mean, hard fought battles from him to get to that 2nd position. And going back one more position, that 42 machine. He lost the 2nd position to that 71 machine, but man, oh man, he's fought hard as well, trying to hold on to positions. And, well, now that everything is spread out for the most part here, looks like he still could walk away with the podium finish. Cannot ever rule out the possibility of a caution here, folks, but it looks like this race kind of on a trend right now to go green flag racing. These guys spread out, trying to do the best they can to get this race in the books. Going back to the 4th position, looks like a battle once again between the 75 and a 46. Reagan and Hain try to battle it out. Hain really wants that extra position, trying to go for that fourth position, running a lower line that I've seen pretty much anybody use here so far tonight. Try to get right down against that inside wall, put those tires right into that lip between the banking and the flat. Seems to be working so far. A little bit of a babble there last time by about 75 machine to pull away. But he'll catch right back up. The amazing speed that he can carry through there. He can just hold his momentum. Now misses his mark, trying a different line, I believe, but not going to work for him that time. By got to use a lot more throttle control down there through the center. No moisture down there through the center than you do all the way up against the wall. These guys coming to the lap car of the dead machine. But under 10 laps to go now, ladies and gentlemen. The 89 machine, Jeremy Adams, still out front of this thing. Unbelievable, 7 laps to go here tonight. A 50-lap feature for the Blue Shine Marine Pro late models. He's led a good portion of this race so far. Now coming up on the lap car of Jonathan Smith of that 20 machine. Waiting to see. He's going to be forced up into the upper groove, up into that loose stuff. Oh boy, almost up into the outside wall there. Trying to fight this lap car, trying to get around him. He's got so much of a lead at this point. He may be okay hanging on. Oh, around goes the 20. No caution on the speedway. The 20 machine contact off the bumper of the leader. Everybody gets around okay. He saved it. I was a little bit worried back there that the 71 would get collected in that, but everything A-OK. Green flag racing still so far. 3 laps to go this time by. Man, oh man. Just a little bit of contact. The 89 machine was trying to get around a lap car, the 20 machine, and a little bit of contact almost sent that 20 machine around. A lot more momentum carried into the corner than I think Adams was expecting there, but A-OK, we're coming to take 1 lap to go. White flag is in the air, ladies and gentlemen. Coming down out of turn number 2 for the final time. The 89 machine, Jeremy Adams, looking like he's going to walk away with a victory now. Down out of turn number 4, your winner, the 89 machine, Jeremy Adams. Boy, ladies and gentlemen, gonna quickly run through your results here of this race. Your winner, the number 89 machine, Jeremy Adams, coming home with the win. Christian Peterson coming home in second. Third, Trevor Collins. Fourth, John Hain. Richard Reagan Jr. coming home fifth. Scott Austin coming home sixth. John Oletz finishing seventh. Jonathan Smith in eighth. Ninth, Dean Martin and John Lede rounding out the field in 10th. Did not start this race. Amazing races all through the night here, folks. See if we get to catch up with your 2-time winner on the night here. Jeremy Adams to go across scales and get out of his race car here. And ladies and gentlemen, here he is. 2 wins on the night, Jeremy Adams. Jeremy, how you feeling?
Feel pretty good now after all the racing's over.
Man, oh man, you know, you won the limiteds, you won this one. 2 late model wins of the night. What's going through your head right now?
Just fortunate to get on the night. We got the legends, and those were both really lucky to get those because I think I was just fortunate enough to drive under the Ricks, and then this one, I felt really good about this one going into it, but I just after getting so lucky earlier in the night.
Well, man, tell us a little bit about those starting laps. Where did you come from back there through the back?
I think we had to start in 6th, and I just kind of, I don't know. To me, the car was better. I don't know where everybody else was running from. I think they were running right on the wall, but to me, the car was better up a groove. And then even if I ran all the way up high, I was just a 1/10 and a half off what I was running the faster line. So I just tried to put the car where everybody wasn't, but it seemed like the bottom worked getting up through there. So just lucky and drove up on the bottom and took the lead. And I know I know they started racing behind me, is why I got away from them so much. But it was good. If we'd had a caution right there at the end, it would probably been a lot better race to bunch us 3 back up, and we'd probably had a really good show. But I just feel fortunate and good race.
Man, oh man, you had to battle 3, 4, 1 to get up to the lead there at the beginning of this race, and then from there, domination, pure domination through the rest of this race. Is there anyone that you'd like to thank and shout out to?
All my sponsors, Peterson Irrigation, Global Com, Scott Austin Designs for doing our paint work, and I'd like to thank guys for putting on the show, everybody at Team Vince here for helping me always, and appreciate everybody.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner on the night, Jeremy Adams. And man, Gary, we saw a heck of a battle all night tonight in all the divisions, and a good racing here tonight.
Yes, racing was absolutely exciting here, and props again to Jeremy Adams winning 3 of the 5 races here tonight, Super Streets, Limited Lates, and the Pro Late. So Jeremy Adams was on a roll here tonight. Great job for him. Also, congratulations once again to TJ McGuire and John Hine. I believe that's how you pronounce his last name. But all in all, this was absolutely exciting, and I'd say dirt racing at its best.
Well, folks, be sure to follow LSRTV on social media. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Turn on those notifications. Ring that little bell down there next to the subscription button. It always helps if you want to get notified with every broadcast that's going on. Be sure to follow LSRTV on Facebook. That's facebook.com/LSRTV official. At LSRTV on Twitter. The next race we got going for you is the Bootleg Racing League Outlaw Modified Series at the South Boston Speedway. That's going to be Saturday at 9 p.m. Eastern. Of course, the channel partners Jason Allison with iVog.co for the graphical support, Championship Esports Association, to Kyle Barnes for the series, Drew Adamson, and all the staff behind the scenes at iRacing Live. Everyone behind the scenes at LSR TV, Evan Pizzoco, Laura Larson, DJ Lion, and of course, everyone for tonight who helped out with the broadcast. Tom Brandon Cruz. Joining me in the booth was joining me in the booth was Gary Weaver. Up in the production tower was Cisco Scarabuza. Ladies and gentlemen, an awesome night of action here tonight with the Fort Chiswell RV Park Weekly Dirt Series presented by LSR TV, put on by the Championship Esports Association. And from all of us here on LSR TV, we'd like to wish you good racing and good night.